All right, this is part 2 of our review for our test. These are asking us to factor these. When we factor them, we're looking for numbers that multiply to equal the back and add to equal the middle. So what two numbers multiply to equal negative 16 and add to equal negative 6? That would be negative 8 and positive 2. Negative 8 times 2 is negative 16. Negative 8 plus 2 is negative 6. What two numbers multiply to equal 36 and add to equal negative 12? Those two numbers are negative 6 and negative 6. Negative 6 times negative 6 is 36. Negative 6 plus negative 6 is negative 12. Because they are the same, if we wanted to, we could write that as m minus 6 squared, but either one's fine. This one I see two terms, so right away I'm thinking, well, what times itself equals w squared? That's w times w. What times itself equals 144? That's 12 times 12. So this is going to go w plus 12 and w minus 12. 12 times negative 12 is negative 144. 12 plus negative 12 is 0. That's why it's not there. This one I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to equal 30 and add to equal negative 13. Those numbers are negative 10 and negative 3. Negative 10 times negative 3 is 30. Negative 10 plus negative 3 is negative 13. Here I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to equal 16 and add to equal negative 8. Kind of think about it, and I should get negative 4 and negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. Negative 4 plus negative 4 is negative 8. Because they're the same, if I want, I could write it like that, but either one of those is fine. Here I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to equal 52 and add to equal 17. Those numbers are 13 and 4. 13 times 4 is 52. 13 plus 4 is 17. Again, I see two numbers here, so I'm thinking, well, what times itself equals m squared? That'd be m. What times itself equals 625? That'd be 25. So this is going to factor into m plus 25 and m minus 25. 25 times negative 25 is negative 625. 25 plus negative 25 is 0. That's why it's gone. And then here's another one similar to that, 64x squared. That's 8x times 8x. This is 5y times 5y. So this is going to be 8x plus 5y and 8x minus 5y. Just kind of using the pattern there. All right, now what we're doing here is we're pulling out a common factor first, and then we're going to try to factor what's left over. So here I see that a 6 can go into all of those, so I'm going to pull a 6 out. I get m squared minus 2m minus 24. Okay, so I get that. And now I'm saying, well, what two numbers multiply to equal negative 24 and add to equal negative 2? And those numbers are negative 6 and positive 4. So keep that 6 in front. That'd be our full answer. Same thing here. I see that a 10 can divide evenly there. I'm going to pull that 10 out. We'll have x squared minus 16 left over. And now these are two terms. This is x times x, 4 times 4. So we can do that as x plus 4 and x minus 4. 23, I see that I have a y in all of those, so I'm going to pull a y out. We'll have y squared plus 3y minus 28 left over. Now I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to equal negative 28, add to equal 3. Those numbers are 7 and negative 4. 7 times negative 4 is negative 28. 7 plus negative 4 is 3. So that's my answer there. And then 29, I can pull a 4 and a g out. I'll have g squared minus 2g minus 3 left over. Looking for two numbers that multiply to equal negative 3, add to equal negative 2. Those numbers are g minus 3 and positive 1. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. So there's my answer there. All right, lastly, we have our rectangle problem that we've been doing a lot of. And we said that if we have this rectangle, here's the area, m squared minus 5m minus 50. One of the sides is m minus 10. So I know that this other side has to be m. The m times m would make the m squared. Now negative 10 times what would give me to negative 50, and that would be positive 5. If I kind of check that out, 5 plus negative 10 is negative 5. So my other side must be m plus 5. And Now if I want the perimeter, I write in these sides here, and I say I have 1, 2, 3, 4 m's, and I have negative 10 plus 5 minus 10 plus 5. That ends up being a negative 10.